Chrisley Knows Best episode, Todd's Not Dead, is about to come on. I just want to recap y'all on the Dancing with the Stars cast announcement. Everything was the exact same as I rumored last night, except Dana Kramer will be dancing with Gleb. Jana Kramer, excuse me. She's a country singer who, I guess is semi-popular. I'd never heard of her. I mean, I guess she's fine. I mean, I don't know much about her. I mean, she's not very recognizable. But I mean, you never know till she dances. She could be really good. And also, James Hinchcliffe is going to be Sharna's partner. He's some race car driver, which in Canada, so he'll probably be really funny. He'll probably Emma Sams and JoJo Fletcher, who were rumored, were not in the cast, which, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I didn't really know much about either one of them. I just knew JoJo was the Bachelorette. I mean, she can go on with their life. Hey, so I'm in the first commercial break for Chrisley Knows Best. Todd's Not Dead. So it starts out they're all at a picnic, and Todd said that morning he realized that he had a gray hair down south. And of course his mom had to say that she didn't have any hair down south or anywhere. TMI, a little bit too much. So anyway, Todd, because he realized he had a gray hair down south, that he had to plan his own funeral. Even though he's like late 40s, he thinks he could be dead soon because he has a gray hair down south. So they go to the funeral home, and Todd's like looking over all the caskets, and then Julie's like, how dumb is it somebody planned their own funeral? And they went to a funeral home, and then Julie's making fun of like, who cares if the casket is warm or cold or hot? And then Todd's like, just because you said that, that's why I'm planning my own funeral. It's just really weird. Now, I understand, like, there are some arrangements that need to be made before you die, but to go out there, pick your casket, he wants to have a rehearsal with all his family of everything that's going to happen, and he's nowhere near the grave. It's just weird. Then, of course, they get a call from the woman who runs the Miss Teen USA saying, apparently, if you're a Miss Teen USA for a state like Savannah is for Tennessee, you have to do all these community service projects. They get a call that Savannah has been skimping out on those. So Todd says that she's going to make it to the grave before me. I'm back on. So, it's in another break. So Todd gets a whole family together. Well, first he confronts Savannah about not doing community service work. So he proposes the idea to Savannah, or more like he confronts her with what he's going to make her do. He signed her up to work at an animal shelter. Now she thinks that is about the dumbest idea ever. Then he tells everybody about his funeral rehearsal plans. And Lindsay keeps saying that's psychotic, and nobody does that. And then Faye was the most awestruck, like, what in the world my son gotten into? And Todd's completely shocked that everybody think it's not normal to plan your own funeral and have a rehearsal. So then Savannah gets to the animal shelter. She has a really bad attitude because she has to clean up dog poop and diarrhea. I mean, that's just disgusting. And then Todd confronted her when she got home, and he said he had a call from the animal shelter saying that she had a really bad attitude. Which, can you blame her? She was picking up dog poop and diarrhea. Yuck. And he said, well, according to the call I had, I don't know which was worse, the dog poop or your poopy attitude. But he didn't say that. I'm back on. So it's almost over. So everything worked out with Savannah's animal shelter thing. She realized, she is Miss Teen Tennessee, USA, and she needs to honor that, and she shouldn't just go into something and represent the company that badly. So she started a pet adoption thing. She and Grayson started convincing people to adopt pets, and they were quite convincing. And then the fake funeral came. And of course, Savannah had to get in the casket just to scare Todd when he opened it. That's kind of sick. This whole fake funeral idea was super dumb. And everybody had to come up and give a testimony. Oh, they had the flowers, the casket, all. They had a priest there, all the guests. But then everybody had to give their testimonies about Todd. And it was really, really sweet. All the kids said how much that he meant to them, no matter how annoying he is. And he said in the end, it wasn't just to get his funeral planned. The only reason he did this was so everyone could appreciate him more, that he's not dead. Screwed up, if you ask me. So the episode just ended. Savannah said that she would not go back to the animal shelter, but she will go other places to volunteer. Why would you want to work in an animal shelter? If any of y'all are watching here, you work in an animal shelter, I respect that. God bless you. But I wouldn't want to. So Todd said he learned that he had great children who care about him and who value his presence alive. So this whole episode, for me, it was funny, but it was kind of creepy. I mean, who has a funeral for themselves just to know that their kids value them and to make sure they realize he'll die eventually? I mean, come on. There's something kind of sick about that. Anyway, they showed a trailer for next week's episode. And Faye said, "I'ma be Granny Gone Wild." Then you saw him on the phone with Faye, Todd on the phone with Faye, and he's like, "Mama, you were supposed to meet me at the doctor's." And you heard her say, "I ain't going, bye." And then Todd just flips out like it's the end of the world. You see her gambling and drinking, which he doesn't like her to do. Anyway, another good episode of Chrisley Knows Best. Psychotic, unusual, and sickening somewhat. Yes, but that's to be expected. Anyway, I'm just a bear living a crazy life.